What's up, guys? Germinator here. I was going to show you what I've been working on. I've mentioned this in the past, and I thought it was a good time to go ahead and get it out there for you guys. So this is an actual working clock in Minecraft. It's pretty much full size. If it was, I don't know if you can see out here, I'll hold it in my hand. So there's the clock, and there it is moving, and it keeps the time for you. Basically like a clock tower or something, however you wanted to use it. So, and I've had a couple requests to do it, so I went ahead and made it better and whipped it up. So anyway, this is what the redstone is behind it, and trust me, this is a lot simpler than what my old version was in my other world. So I really simplified it, and it was because of this timing system right here. If you watch this, see how that minecart hit that detector rail. It slowly moves down these spider webs, and then as soon as it hits the bottom there, it goes on that detector rail. So it's like a really long delay. So with this capability here, I was able to make the clock work a lot easier and not be such a huge pain in the ass because of all the delay with repeaters I had to use. I might sneak in a clip here of me showing you the old my old version and how many repeaters it was, because it was ridiculous. Okay, so here I am in my old world. There's my house. You may have seen this in the rotating door tutorial, which was right here that I did. Here's the old clock tower, and it may be more to size. I made it a lot taller. But you can see it's not working right now because every time that I want it to actually function, I'd have to come around and hit a button. I don't remember where I put that button, but let me show you. Here it is. So I put this sign here saying to start and stop. So to start the whole system, I'd have to hit that button. And then, so basically, if you slept or not slept, but if you saved your game and left or something, when you came back, you'd have to basically restart the clock, and it'd be way off and all that. But anyway, so here's all the repeaters I had to use for that. Okay, so that's the delay. You can see there's the pulse going through here, and I had to use all those repeaters because I needed a really long delay between the times when I wanted it to actually rotate the picture. So it's basically rotating. It's like that TV tutorial I did where it rotates the blocks here, and it makes a picture frame, makes it look like it's moving or whatever. So that's all it is. And now with that new delay, I was able to make it work better. So that's that. Right now I'm going to show you a sped up version of this in action, so you can see it does keep time. And then I'll be right back. Okay, and another thing, before I get into the tutorial, I wanted to share with you that you can actually quit your game or save your game and leave it and come back, and this clock will still be keeping time. Because if you save your game, as long as that cart isn't like caught in the middle of the track right there, which the chances of that is pretty low, because as soon as it hits the bottom there, it speeds up the track pretty fast. So as long as you're not saving your game in the middle of that, it'll still keep the same time. Now, if you sleep, that's a different story. So if you sleep, it's going to throw the time off. But I have put in here a button where you can put a button where you can actually just press the button, and you can skip the time forward on it, however long you want to make it right, and then it'll be on the right track again. So you could do it like that just to get it right on back on the right track. So you do have that capability just by a button switch. Just keep hitting that button. You could also make this a lever and have it run repeatedly until you get it back to where you want it if you do sleep. But if you don't ever sleep or anything like that, the clock will always keep the right time. So anyway, into the tutorial. It's going to be I'm just really going to wing the tutorial because it's really not, you know, straightforward as far as space, but there is you need this amount of space, which I think it's 18 by 11. So you do need that to start. Your picture will be one behind this block, which I'll show you. But what you're going to want to figure out is basically count 18 blocks, and then in the middle of it, let's see, just real quick so I can tell you the right stuff. So from 1, 2, 3, 4 in is where your picture is going to start, and then the middle of it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd be 9 and 10 blocks in from that. So if you count at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, these two would be the middle of your picture right here. So you can kind of judge. So your picture would be there, starting there. Okay. So you can kind of judge that out, but I'm going to go ahead and just start. So on the 18 by 11 square right here, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4 in from the left corner and put a blot of dust right there. And then a repeater facing that way. So you can kind of judge everything from that going forward. So what I like to do is get all my pistons in there. So the first how I get those in is I take let's just get some wool. Let's get some light blue. What you want to do is behind this dust, there's going to be a block right there. Okay. So that's just start of the count right there. So put a block there and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you got to do the wool exactly like I do it here. It's got to have the same number or you're going to mess up the timing. So there's 10 pieces of wool there, and then we're going to do 7 at a diagonal from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to count 10 again at a diagonal from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or just even with that one. And then do 7 again. And it should end up like that. So that's going to be your picture that rotates right here. So that's the bottom part of it. Now, let's just put in my pistons. So the pistons are going to go. So if right here, this will be the front right here. So you want pistons facing like that on that side. So 1, 2, 3, you need 4 of them. Like that. And then, so if that piston is pushing this wool this way, you're going to want this piston to push it back that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then this one needs to push it back over that way. So let me put it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one needs to push it back again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now below where this gap is right here, you're going to want to have a block that has a torch on it right there. Alright, so if you're on ground or level, you would just dig a hole and put a torch in the ground right in that gap. And we're going to need to do that on every single one. So let me just do that real quick. I should never say real quick ever, but I do it anyway. And then right there, bam. Alright, so we're going to control the when it rotates from this torch right here that is below where we put that redstone. So come below that torch and put a block at a diagonal right there with a torch on the inside. So what that's going to do is turn that torch off, so when the wool gets pushed, it'll stop here. So now you can put another piece of wool there, because we do need one corner to have wool in it at all times. So once you have that, you're ready to, you can either let's just wire all the pistons so I can show you that. Because you do have to come in here and actually make the picture, which I'll show you, I guess. So the redstone is like this. So behind that repeater, put a block with a torch, and a block on top of that torch with the torch on this side of it, like that. And then put a block there with the repeater, and a block and 2 blocks like that, the repeater and dust. So there's that one all wired up. For this one, it's a little different. Put a block there with the repeater going that way away from it. That repeater is going into a block with a torch on the side, block on top, torch on the side of that. Same thing. You're gonna need a repeater going there with dust on this one, and then 3 blocks, repeater, and 2 dust, like that. So that's that one. And then for this one, you're gonna want to put dust right there, repeater, block, torch on the outside, block on top, torch on the inside, and then do that with a repeater, and 2 blocks, repeater, dust. Okay. For this one, that's the other one we did. So you want a repeater here, going into a block with a torch on it, block on top, torch on the side, 2 blocks, repeater, dust, 3 blocks, repeater, 2 dust. So that's all the wiring for all those pistons. We're done with that. Now, what you want to do is make your picture in here. And I guess I'll do that. Let me sleep real quick. That way, what the hell did I just hit? That way we can get right into it. The picture, I don't really enjoy doing it. I've done it so many times now. So let me sleep. Alright. Where the hell? There it is. So you can see I've been doing a bunch of different models. I did make a mini version right here, and it actually works. But then I was like, well, if you're going to do something in Minecraft, you want to do it full size. So anyway, I won't show you that, even though it's really a whole lot smaller, and it works fine. But anyway, so here's the picture. So what you want to do is get all the wool you think you might need, which you can get creative with it yourself. But let's just do, I like to get the different color of blues with the wool. And then of course you're going to need light gray for the moon. I like to use snow for the middle. And then for the night you need black, obviously, dark gray. And then for the sun you don't have to use a gold block, but I do because I'm in creative anyway. And I don't think you could place those spider webs that you need unless you're in creative anyway, so this may not be doable without creative, so I should have mentioned that earlier. So here is how you do the colors of the picture. So I like to do the halfway mark right here, so I'll just cut it off in the middle on the sides like that. So that'll be daytime halfway, and then this will be nighttime. So just replace these blue ones with black, and then so we'll know which part is day, which part is night. The tricky part is just putting in the midway parts where it gets to be, and I shouldn't have done that, but we should be okay. Yeah, we should be okay, I hope. Yeah, so that would be the midway point. Let's just do it to there. That's fine. And then, so you want half and half night, half day. So where it meets, where the black meets the blue, you're going to want to mix in, some of this alternating colors to where it kind of gradually turns into nighttime or daytime, depending on what it is. So I do it like that. And then let's just do one there. So it's gradually going into nighttime. And then gray to go into night. I like to do that. And let's just put one there. So let's put a blue. And just mix it in gradually. That way it's, you know, slowly turning into daytime. So that would be dusk or whatever, or sunset or whatever. So there's that. And fill the rest in black. You can throw in a couple like stars or something in here. But this is really up to you. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it real quick. That would be all. This is where we're gonna put the moon when we're ready. So just fill that in, and then right here we need to do another morning or whatever for this side. So do this. We'll just mix it gradually. Like that. Mix in some gray. But you don't have to do this color at all. You could do whatever the hell you wanted. So you don't have to follow me on this at all. That's why I'm not telling you, you know, specifically to do it, anything. So this is totally up to you. Have fun with it and do your thing. So let me just mix that in. That should be good, I guess. Alright, so there's that. Now for the sun and moon. And don't forget, you want to fill this all the way up on one. Even though it's over that torch, you want it to go all the way to 4 high. So go ahead and do that. So this would be daytime. So right in the middle, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So those two sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those two. I like to do like that, and then take 2 out, and then another 4 out, and then 2 out. So that would be my dark yellow wool right here on those spots. And then if you don't want to use gold blocks, you don't have to at all. So, but I will, because I'm in creative anyway. So who cares? And you'll be in creative too. So I don't see why not. There's the gold blocks, and then I will actually put in diamond blocks too. So it's like that. So it's kind of like the sunlight affecting the sky. But do whatever the hell you want. Right there. Bam. So there's my sun. Now on the other side, you do the same thing, but you're doing a moon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 2. And then one more. 2, 4, 2. So I do light gray right here for the outsides of the moon. Oops. And then one right there and there. And the rest I do snow because it's kind of brighter white. Like that. And you can put in like dark gray if you want to get really crazy with it to make it look, you know, I don't know, whatever. Put in dark gray there. So, and of course, if you want to put a star in or something, you can do that over here. So, anyway, so that's it. That's the wool put in. Just half of it black and half of it daytime. And make sure the middle of it, the dusk and morning, are in the middle on the sides. So once you have that, you're ready to just put in your timing. So this is your front. You want to come to where we put that extra torch in on that one. You go down there and count from this bottom block right here. Just count 1, 2, 3, and I have the wrong crap. Count 1, 2, 3, and then take those out, and then put in a 4 block space right there, like that. Now, yeah, I think that's right. And then actually, you want to put it 1 away from that. So I'm sorry. Make it underneath the wool right there. It's 2 away from that, and then make it 2 down from that wool. So 1, 2, and then on the 3rd block is where you want that 4 block space. But it doesn't really matter because you can put this timing system anywhere you want. This is where I just happen to put it. So from there, you're just going to count on that block, going up 1, 2, 3, and then count 1 this way and 1 that way. now you're going to want to put a block right there. Okay, so that minecart's going to go around up this and circle around and go back down here. So you want this block to stop it when it hits. So when it falls down from there, it's going to fall down right there. So we need a block behind it right there. I hope that made sense. So I don't even know what the hell. Let's see. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't right. I'm sorry. So you do 3 up here, and then you need an extra 1 on the back, like that, and then loop it around 2, like that. Okay, and then it drops down to that block, and you need 1 behind it, right there. Okay, so it's gonna, and I'll just show you right now. Let me get my stuff. I gotta get it. You're gonna need regular rails. You're gonna need a detector rail, and you're gonna need power rails. You're also gonna need levers. Okay, so put your you want it to go power rail like that, detector rail, power rail, 2 regular rails, so to turn, power rail, power rail, power rail, and then another one like that, so it's power going all the way up, 2 regular ones, another power one right there. Okay, that's all you need. Now to get power to all these, just use levers. If you use torches, that's fine, but I like to use these levers so it's just constantly on anyway. So I hope you saw what I did there. Just put a lever on that one so that one will, that detector rail will stay on, that one will stay on, and put it on the side of these steps going up so all those will stay on. And on for this one, just put it on the side of that block and turn it on. So now those are always going to stay on. Now you just need to get spider webs and put 2 of them like that. Okay, so that's in there. Now you can test this out if you want. Let's get a minecart. It's just going to take, I think it's 35 seconds. It is 35 seconds. So it'll go down that slowly, and then once it hits down here on this detector rail, it'll hit that it'll send a redstone signal once it hits that right there. So we want to catch that. So right there, going down from that detector rail, we want to put a redstone repeater right there. So you'll see once it hits the bottom, it's going to send a signal to that redstone repeater. And what we're going to do is every time it sends a signal to that, it's going to rotate the picture. Okay, you saw that happen. Alright, so you can take that off. Now, all we need to do is get this signal to affect this torch right here. So the way to do that is, let me get all my crap back. And torches. And I think that's all I need. Button. Alright, so put a block right there. It's going into that block, and then that block's going to affect the dust right there. And you want that dust to go over 1 more like that. Now just drop a block down right here. Actually, you don't even have to do that. Just put a block right there with a repeater. Huh. That's crazy. You don't even need to do any of that. I must have put it at a different spot. That should actually do it right there. Just have it go like that. That repeater is going into a block, and it's affecting that redstone right here, and that redstone is going to affect this torch and rotate that. Now to put a button to be able to rotate it whenever you want, you're going to want to put it right here. You're going to need a block right there with dust. Actually, screw that, because that's going to, that right there, I put it in a different place this time, which is kind of messing with me. We'll just have to deal with it, I guess. So put a block right there, and then put a repeater right there, and then wherever you want your button to go to actually rotate it manually, just lead it going into that repeater. And you're going to need to put a block right there as well, so you're going to need to put another repeater here, or you can have dust leading to that block, just so that torch right there isn't affecting it, isn't turning it on. So you can see if I put a button right here,
it'll rotate the sign now. Or not the sign, whatever the hell I just said. So you can do it manually like that. So you can test that out. So you want to leave the dust from your button to this repeater right here. So to affect that torch. Okay. Hope you follow me on that. So anyway, now all we need to do is actually build the the clock with different blocks. I use sandstone and wood like that. I use all those woods like that. But the main thing you want to get right is just look at the clock while it's in your hand. So you can hold the clock like that and kind of give it an eyeball while you're doing stuff. What I like to do is actually put glowstone all along the bottom here, so it'll light up the clock even at night, so you can still see it. I also put it at the top, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet. So just look at the clock, and you'll see that you want to put 2 blocks in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to put a block here and there. So you can do it like that, and then like that, all the way over. Hope that's right. Should be. Maybe it's not. So this is a tricky part, and I'm losing my freaking mind here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, that is right. So yeah, do it like that, and then these are actually all going to be, if you're trying to keep the same color scheme, which is really not that big a deal. So you want to do 4 on the top here. So what I do is just count right there, and then count. So that's the middle. So put an extra 1 on each side, and then if you look at the clock again, just put 2 like that on each one. And then you look at the clock again, you're going to need 2 going down like that on each one. And then you're going to put 1 there and there. So what you want to do is just extend those all out so it's all even. Alright, so there's that basically. And then you just put 2 extra ones, the darker wood, to make it actually look like the clock if you wanted. But you know how to do. I'm sure you've done pixel art or whatever, so you can probably figure it out from here. I'm just doing it anyway to show you. So and then you would continue that going down, and you'll end up with a clock. So to get it to actually, it is working now, but what you want to do is just wait until it's in. I would just set it by hitting the button that we set up, so leading into there. You just put a button there, but I'll make another one. Bam. So I would just get it to where, what the hell am I doing? It's in a good spot. So say you get it to where the sun is directly in the middle, so it's exactly midday, or you get it to where it's that nighttime turning into daytime. I would do that, leave it there, take the card away. It is away right now, so, and then as soon as it hits that time of day on your clock you're holding in your hand, just start the minecart. So let's do, I hope I'm not failing here. That would be terrible. What the hell time is it? It's about to be damn daytime. Jesus. So anyway, let's imagine that it's nighttime right now. You would just, it's actually right now in my hand. You would just put the cart down and push it, and then it would start the timer, and then you'd be ready to go, and your clock would work fine. So you'll see that once it hits that detector rail, it'll turn the image for you, and then it'll keep time for you. So just in case you wanted to build this, I wanted to get that out there for you. hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much and you enjoyed the video. And maybe if you build it, let me know. And everybody take care. Bye-bye.